The first assistant U.S. attorney says his office is filing these cases 6 to 10 times every week, in which they are filing charges against people who have been removed from the U.S. before. He says that this is an effort to keep criminals out of the community. In a press release Friday, First Assistant U.S. Attorney Neil Floyd announced federal judges have sentenced 2 men who were illegally in the U.S. after being deported twice.
I think the general public says, look, if you're going to go after people for immigration enforcement, let's start with the people that have committed crimes.
His office charged and a federal judge sentenced Jorge Velasquez Sandoval and Filadelfo Garcia, both originally from Mexico, for illegal reentry crimes. Velasquez Sandoval was arrested in Snohomish County for 4th-degree domestic violence assault in October 2024, and Garcia was arrested multiple times for at least 4 DUIs. They were both released from local jurisdictions each time.
If the state had been cooperating, we might have been able to save someone from becoming a victim in the first place.
Floyd says this initiative, called Operation Pick and Roll, has been in place for years, but he says his office is now trying to step it up.
In the current environment, obviously, we're trying to do a little bit more of that so we can keep fewer people from being released back into the street that have committed serious crimes.
The ultimate goal is deportation.
Well, no, the ultimate goal is to make sure they're not released out onto the street. And I bristle a little bit when people say deportation, because that's not my objective. My objective is to get them into the immigration system and see if they're eligible for anything that would allow them to remain here. And if they're not, then yes, ultimately removal may be the outcome of the case.
And the reason the feds are getting involved in these cases, Floyd says, is because the state can't under the Keep Washington Working Act, which prohibits any state agency from assisting federal immigration enforcement efforts. Illegal entry, or if someone is in the United States without any documentation, is not a felony, it's a misdemeanor. However, if they are removed once and then they return, that could be a felony. The 2 men are currently in ICE custody. In Seattle, Sharon Yu, King 5 News.